worth fighting. Never hesitate when you know you're gonna act. Never waste your words on a fool who won't listen. Never sell your soul, cause you'll never buy it. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. But words are cheap, but lies are made to pay. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. And all your words are to the pay today. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. The words are cheap, the lies are made to pay. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. And all your words are to the pay today. A little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. I am what I want you to want, what I want you to feel, but it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go, watching you turn your back like you always do, face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't dance the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. Time won't change this dance anymore. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. I'm a little bit insecure, a little unconfident, cause you don't understand to do what I can, but sometimes I don't make sense. I am what you never want to say, but I've never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So let go, watching you turn your back like you always do, face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't dance the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. Time won't change this dance anymore. Don't turn your back on me, I won't be.
Mic check, mic check. Alright, looks like we're good. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear my AC in the background too. I have my AC blowing on full blast. It's hot in my room. Oh man. Interesting day. Interesting day in football indeed. Fix a scoreboard for y'all. I have the 3:30 games up on the scoreboard here. I'm gonna try to fix this. Not really worried about the 7 o'clock games. I think that's what we're gonna rock with here. I just have the top 25 scoreboard pulled up for the 3:30 games. I'm only gonna be streaming the 3:30 Florida Tennessee game. Weird day in college football for sure. For sure. Looks like Michigan's finally pulling away from Maryland. That was a close game for a little while. Maryland definitely gave Michigan a run for their money early on in the game. Clemson and Wake Forest are currently tied 38-38. I have that game pulled up as I'm waiting for this Tennessee-Florida game to kick off. It looks like Wake Forest has the ball on their 47-yard line driving. 3 timeouts left. All Wake Forest has to do is get field goal range, kick a field goal, and it looks like it might be done for Clemson. But welcome. I see we have a couple people watching. If you're new to the stream, I really do appreciate you stopping by. First live stream ever, by the way. Probably going to be doing these every Saturday. Aiden was supposed to be with me today, but he had some things come up. So he is currently not here today, but he will be with me for future streams. Excited to get him back, and then we'll be ready to live stream every Saturday. I'm not sure how many people are actually watching this, but if you are here and you're in the chat, let me know how your day's going. And let me know what you think of this week's college football games. A lot of weird scores, especially the Georgia game. I'm a Georgia fan, so obviously I watched that. A very boring game, to say the least. Georgia did get the win 39-22 over a Kent State team. That was better than I thought they would be. Definitely a lot better than I thought they'd be. Let's see, it looks like Wake Forest quarterback just got sacked. It's going to be 3rd down and something. I don't know. I got to wait for him to pull up the thing. And it went into commercial. I think Wake Forest just called a timeout. So yeah, 38-38 in that game. See what other scores we got. Missouri and Auburn's going into overtime. I might have to pull that game up real quick too. I'm trying to watch the ending of these 12 o'clock games so I can time me over until the Tennessee-Florida game kicks off. Let's see. Obviously, everyone knows the situation at Auburn. Disaster program currently. And Brian Harsin could be out of a job if he loses this game. Missouri's one of the worst teams in the SEC. It's either between them or Vandy in the East for worst spot in their division. Auburn's right there with them in that tier, too. I think you can put Vandy, Auburn, and Mizzou in the same category. Sorry, it looks like I'm out of frame, y'all. I'm just trying to pull up a bunch of things. Fix my webcam. There, it looks a little better. Definitely need to get a haircut. Alright. Let's see. I'm trying to find the Auburn-Mizzou game on here. It's overtime right now. I don't know who won the toss. And again, let me know if y'all can hear like my AC in the background or anything. I have it on full blast. So my mic's very sensitive. It picks up on everything. Mizzou kicker just missed a 26-yarder for the win. Auburn wins. Wow. See, I'm really far behind because I only have YouTube TV on for my TV. Every other game I'm having to watch either a live stream on YouTube or Stream East. So I'm behind by a good bit. That's wild, though. Looks like Brian Harsin gets to live to see another day. Let's see what's going on. Clemson Wake Forest still in commercial. Let's see. There is something else I need to do. I need to pull up this. I have a scoreboard at the bottom here. I'm going to try to... So that's actually manually controlled by me, the score. So I need to figure out a way to pull that back up because I'm going to need to update that. How do I get to my bookmarks? Let's see. There it is. Scoreboard control panel. There we go. Let me just test this out real quick. Okay, yeah, so that works. So I will be updating the score of the Tennessee-Florida game. Alright. Wake Forest, Clemson still in commercial for like... It's been in commercial for about 10 minutes now. I think Maryland got a garbage time touchdown, 34-27 in that game, 45 seconds left. Maryland's obviously going to have to go for an onside kick to have a chance in that one. UCLA up 21-3 over Colorado. TCU up 41-27 over SMU. Other than that, not really much has gone on today. Kansas did get the win over Duke, 35-27. Kansas is a legitimate team this year. They might actually have a shot at making a bowl game. A legitimate shot at making a bowl game. That is crazy to say. Baylor got the win, 31-24 over Iowa State. That's a pretty good one for Baylor, especially on the road. Iowa State's not the easiest place to play. Mississippi State beat Bowling Green 45-14. Pitt beat Rhode Island 45-24. And Louisville beat South Florida 41-3. Now that's interesting. South Florida almost beat Florida last week. Louisville's not even that good of a team, but they just put the hammer down on South Florida this week. While Florida last week barely struck, got very lucky to honestly come away with a win in that game. So that should tell you enough about how bad Florida is. So I think Tennessee should cover pretty comfortably today. I'd be kind of disappointed in them if they didn't. Florida is an absolute disaster right now. Florida can keep it close if they run the ball. They're going to have to keep the ball out of Anthony Richardson's hands as far as passing goes. I don't trust Anthony Richardson as a passer, and he's going to be playing in a tough environment today. I'll probably be adjusting that scoreboard on the right side. I don't know. Like, this is really a test stream, to be honest. I'm just trying to work out some stuff. I'm going to be changing the overlays as we go on. Not today, but my next Saturday stream probably look a little bit different. And Aiden should be with me next weekend. So it'll be me and him. The scoreboard keeps changing on me. I'm trying to get it to where I want the Tennessee-Florida game at the top. And then I want the 3:30 and 4 o'clock games on here. That's it. So I'm going to leave it like that. Hopefully it stays like that. 4th and 5 for Wake Forest. It looks like they are on Clemson's 48. I'm assuming they'll probably punt here and take this game to overtime. There's no reason to go for it. Wake Forest's defense is absolutely non-existent. To give Clemson the ball back on pretty much midfield, yeah, you're just asking to lose at that point. As bad as Clemson's offense is, Wake Forest's defense is just as bad, and Clemson has proven that this year and last year. Last year, Clemson's offense was absolutely horrendous and still put up 47 points or however many points they did on Wake Forest. Wake Forest doesn't have a defense. No, Wake Forest is punting. Clemson's in safe. Punt is up and away. Looks like it's going to be down at about the 13. Pretty good punt. Pretty good punt for sure. Now my scoreboard isn't updating on ESPN. So is that Missouri game already over? Here, I'm going to try to pull it up on my TV real quick. Because ESPN either isn't updating their website or there's a penalty or something, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Tennessee, Florida's about to kick off soon. It looks like they're about to run out of the tunnel. Hold on. I need to figure out what's going on in this Missouri game. I know y'all can't see my setup right now because I have this little green screen, but my TV's actually to my left. So if y'all see me looking away from my camera, it's because I'm watching the Tennessee game. Kind of want to watch this game live in real time. If I watch this game on like Stream East or some illegal stream on YouTube, I'm going to be behind by about 2 minutes. And I do not want that. I can't even find the Missouri-Auburn game. I don't even know what channel it's on. I don't know. Do not know. Don't really care, to be honest. I mean, okay, Auburn just kicked a field goal, 17-14. All right, so that must mean Auburn wins. Missouri missed the field goal. Because I know, Aiden, you said something about they missed the field goal, but it didn't even update. It didn't even say what is happening in overtime. It didn't even say overtime has started yet. But it just updated now, so. I didn't see what happened in the Wake Forest-Clemson game. I'm assuming Clemson just took a knee and is taking it to overtime. I do not know. Let me know how my audio sounds if you guys are still here and listening. Let me know how my mic sounds. I think it sounds all right. I have my stream on in the background. I'm listening to it here and there. It sounds good to me, but just making sure it sounds good for everybody. Moving on, that Georgia game, I don't know if y'all watched it. That was, I know a lot of y'all probably aren't Georgia fans, But I am, and that's probably the most frustrated I've ever been watching a Georgia game. I mean, those players did not want to play today at all. There was absolutely zero interest from the players and really the coaching staff. Usually you have games like that where a really good team will play a lesser opponent, and Kent State's not a terrible team, but they have no business competing with Georgia. And sometimes first half can be a little bit slow for the better teams, and then they come out in the second half and pull away. That's not the case for this game. For that Kent State game, Georgia looked flat from start to finish. They were getting blown off the line of scrimmage. Kent State was running all over the field. They did whatever they really wanted to on offense. I'm not really worried about Georgia. A lot of Kent State's points, too, were pretty much off of Ladd McConkey's turnovers. Ladd McConkey had a muffed punt early in the game. Kent State got the ball, pretty much just did nothing with it, and then kicked a field goal because they were already in field goal range. And then later in the half, Ladd McConkey had actually caught a pass, fumbled it, and then 2 plays later, Kent State ran some kind of hitch pass and took it up the sideline for a touchdown there. So, I mean, really 10 points were off Ladd McConkey turnovers. Georgia still did not play a good game, though. Did not play well. I was kind of overreacting, I think, a little bit at first. I mean, like I said, Kent State's not a terrible team, and Georgia's going to be fine. And one thing I did notice, too, as the game went on, Georgia had a lot of second and third stringers in, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know why. I don't know if there was injury issues going on or if they were just really just trying to keep the starters fresh for the conference play that they have coming up. But you can't do that. Every opponent, you gotta take them serious. Any team can beat you on any given week. It doesn't matter how talented you are or how much of an advantage you have over the other team. As a coach, as Kirby Smart, you got to have your team ready to go. It don't matter if you're playing Alabama or Kent State. Your players need to play hard from start to finish. I absolutely hate noon games, though. Every time Georgia plays a noon game, 9 times out of 10, they come out super flat unless they're playing a respectable opponent. They played South Carolina last week. And, that was the first conference game, so obviously there was a little bit of motivation there. But when you win a national title, and you've already played a couple big games this season, I mean, it's hard to get your team motivated to play Kent State. I understand that, but they can't have that moving forward. They can't have a start like that in conference play. Or a game like that, I should say, not a start. I'm trying to fix his hat. I'm trying to use my webcam as a mirror, but it's like backwards, so it's messing me up. Alright, looks like Tennessee and Florida are about to kick off. Wake Forest and Clemson are in overtime. I didn't see what happened. They just did the coin toss. Tennessee is running out on the field right now. I have my TV audio up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear it. If you can, just let me know and I'll turn it down. Yeah, as far as the stream overlay, I know it's very vanilla, and why is my webcam blurry? I have no idea. I gotta do something about this hair, man. It's crazy. The side angle is not a good look. I don't get why my webcam is blurry. On my Streamlabs, it looks like it's fine, but I'm watching the stream on YouTube to kind of see how it looks. And it looks blurry. It looks like it focused up a little bit. Alright, I gotta fix the scoreboard. It's like... Oh, that's not what I gotta do. Alright, we're gonna go live scoreboard. Take that. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get everything in frame, though. I'm trying to keep it within this little... Okay, there we go. Alright, so you'll be able to see the scores now for these games. Alright, let's look at Wake Forest Clemson. Wake Forest has the ball first, second down. And it just froze up. Awesome. What better time to freeze up than in overtime? Ridiculous. I'm watching. They like stream these games on YouTube somehow, and I don't know if that one just got shut down or what. So now I'm trying to find a different one. Okay, here I found another one. Not everything's in frame though. Wake Forest has the ball. I guess it's second down at the 8-yard line. Hartman drops back to Pat, wide open receiver in the middle of the field. That's a touchdown for Wake Forest. So Clemson has to score a touchdown to keep it going. I mean, that was a busted coverage. There was no one within 10 yards of this guy, and they're inside the 10. The field is shrunk so much when you get inside the 10. For someone to come this wide open, that has to be a busted coverage, and yeah, that's exactly what it was watching this replay. That dude couldn't have been any more open if he tried. Wait, Clemson in danger of losing. Tennessee and Florida are about to kick off. I have that game on my TV, and I have the Wake Forest Clemson game on my computer. Obviously, I can't show these games, or at least I don't think so. I'm not even going to try it either. I don't want to get hit with any kind of copyright issue or whatever. Florida's going to get the ball, start the game. Tennessee's kicking off. Extra point is good for Wake Forest. 45-38 is the score in that one. Sam Hartman with 6 touchdown passes today. And that's a school record. He's 20-27 with 337 yards. Have yourself a day, Sam Hartman. Wow. All right, Tennessee just kicked off. Florida it's returnable. He's going to return it and get not even to the 20. Pretty good kickoff coverage there from Tennessee. All right, let's see what the Florida offense has going for them. If I'm Florida, I'm running the ball. I don't even care if it works or not. You can't abandon this run game, which is something they've done pretty much every single week. And they have really good running backs. That ETN guy's really good. Naquan Wright, I guess it's his name. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. He's good. Florida's coming out in an empty set. They're bringing someone back in the backfield with them. Going to be a handoff. Oh, nope. It's Anthony Richardson pulled it. He throws a slant and it's complete. It's a first down, about a 14-yard gain. If Anthony Richardson's going to get going, it's going to have to be with the short game. It's a nice little RPO there. They try a run that time. Goes absolutely nowhere. In fact, he even loses a couple yards. It's going to be second down to about 12. Let's see what's going on in this Wake Forest game. Clemson has the ball. They're not showing. See, the stream doesn't have everything like in frame. I can't tell if it's first down, second down, third down, or fourth down. All I know is they have about 6 yards to go for the first down. Maybe 7. Anthony Richardson back to throw. Has nowhere to go. Looks like he's about to get sacked. Throws it away. Surprised they didn't call grounding there. Clemson, as I look away, Clemson scores a damn touchdown. I didn't even see what happened. Clemson just threw a fade into the left front corner of the end zone. It was caught for a touchdown, so Clemson's an extra point away from tying that up, and that game's about to go into double overtime. All right, 3rd and 12 for Florida. Big third down for Tennessee. They need to get off the field here. Anthony Richardson back to pass. He's going to try and run. He makes a move. He looks like he's going to be about a yard short. Pretty good effort. I think he could have lowered his shoulder and maybe tried to run through a defender for an extra yard, but you don't really want your quarterback doing that. 4th and 1. Anthony Richardson's going to sneak it. They didn't update the line. I don't know where the first down was. I don't think he got it, though. That's close. It all depends on the spot. The screen gave him the thing said 1st and 10, but it wasn't 1st and 10. It was 4th and 1. So I really don't know where the marker was. I want to say, I think he fell forward for it. If that's the line right there, I don't know where the first down was. I guess they gave it to him. Where's that? I think Clemson kicked the extra point, so that's a tied game. Texas is up 7-0 on Texas Tech. What's this? I can't hear what's going on in the game. I have my TV turned down so my mic doesn't pick it up. So it looks like it's a first down. That's a pretty good, pretty aggressive play calling from Florida to go for it there on fourth down, but I like it. You got to have some trust in your team, and you're on in a pretty tough road game here, so you got to do some things that are going to get your team some momentum, whether it's risky or not. So Florida's going to run up the middle, gets about 3-4 yards. We've got second down and 6. Alright, looks like this Clemson Wake Forest game is back on. Clemson has the ball. Looks like it's about 2nd and 1. I didn't see what happened. I think Anthony Richardson might have just picked up another first down. I'm trying to see what other scores are up right now. There's really no good games on. James Madison's up on App State 3-0. Florida about midfield, 1st and 10. Anthony Richardson pulls it, actually throws an okay pass. Receiver gets away. He's down the sideline. That's about a 23-yard gain. Anthony Richardson. Tennessee's getting pressure. Anthony Richardson just actually able to get the ball out. Just barely. Good move by the receiver there to make that first defender miss. Good blocking downfield by receivers, too. See, this is where I'm getting a little concerned if I'm Tennessee is your defense. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tennessee is overall the better team than Florida. There's no question about that. But Florida is the best team they've seen talent-wise. Florida tried to throw a screen there and it's incomplete. Florida is definitely the most talented team Tennessee has seen so far. I don't think Tennessee's going to really walk all over them in this game. I do expect them to cover, but honestly, I think it's kind of a good thing that receiver dropped it. He was about to get lit up had he caught that. I really wish I had my TV in a better spot. I don't want to be like looking away from the camera as I'm doing the stream. Didn't see what happened. It looked like Florida tried to run it for nothing. It's about to be 3rd and 10. Did Clemson just score again? Yep, Clemson just scored again. Wake Forest has no defense. It's literally non-existent. It doesn't exist. Third and 9 for the Gators. They're going to run. I don't know if I really agree with that. They do get a good yardage out of that. It's probably going to be about 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Wonder if Florida goes for it again. You already got it once, but I don't think field goal is going to win you this game. I think if I'm Billy Napier, I'm going for it. You got to get the ball in the end zone. This would be huge for your team. If you get this first down, you're able to get a touchdown. If not, I mean, Tennessee's inside their own 20. So, or at the 20, rather, starting off. So, I mean, it's basically, I don't think you really lose much here if you don't get it. Anthony Richardson pulls and keeps it, and he's not going to get it. I think he should have gave that one up. Again, I don't agree with the play call there. Everyone and their mom knows Anthony Richardson's going to either run the ball or throw some kind of RPO here. I mean, he's so heavily keyed on that these little design runs, especially on fourth down, are probably not going to be the play. I think you got to give it to someone else in that situation. I get he's athletic, I get he's mobile and is very strong and can move around and run very fast, but when you're so heavily keyed on like that, yeah, it's probably not going to be very successful a lot of times. Looks like Clemson is making a defensive stand here. It's probably, I think it's 4th and 6 for Wake Forest. They have to get this first down or the game's over. Clemson wins. $51-45. I don't know the rules in the second overtime. I don't know. Can you go for 2? Well, I know you can go for 2, but do you have to go for 2? Because it's 51-45, so either Clemson went for the 2-point conversion and didn't get it or missed the extra point. I don't know when you have to start going for 2. I don't know if it's the third overtime or what. I honestly have no idea. Alright, let's see. Looks like Clemson held the win. There, he keeps showing this guy in the stands. That must be a father of a player or something. He's going absolutely crazy. Clemson gets the win. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised this game went into overtime. I thought Clemson would be the better team. I thought it was going to be something similar to last year, but Clemson actually held their own pretty well. I mean, Wake Forest, sorry. I know how bad Clemson's offense is, but Wake Forest defense is that bad. Like, Clemson just put up 50 points. That's, I don't know. DJ Uiagalelei had 5 passing touchdowns. If you want to know how bad Clemson's or Wake Forest defense is, my webcam just shut off for some reason, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I just did that. There we go. Yeah, I have a bad problem. My webcam shuts off on its own randomly sometimes. I don't know why. I think I might have hit a cord or something and knocked it out. If you're just joining the stream, I got the Tennessee-Florida game pulled up. Wake Forest just lost to Clemson in overtime. And if you see me looking away from the camera, it's because my TV's to the left of me, so I have to look that way, obviously, to see the game. But obviously, I'm still looking at my computer, so if anyone's in the chat, I'll be able to see it. Florida tried to go for it. They moved down the field pretty well, got to about the 20. It was 4th and 2. Tried to go for it and didn't get it. If I'm Tennessee here, I think a touchdown here, you could really get momentum on your side early. Now 2nd and 6. Looks like it's got a false start on Tennessee. Heading the other way. It's been a weird day, college football. At least for me as a Georgia fan. That Kent State game, I can't get it out of my head how bad that was. About 2nd and 11 for Tennessee on their own 20-yard line. Hooker back to pass, gets away, no one's containing. Hooker has nothing but green grass in front of him. He's going to run for about a 14-yard gain, if not more. First down, Tennessee. The DN tried to shoot that gap to the inside. No containing the outside, no backers in the left to key on the run. Hooker's going to throw it over the middle. Caught. Jalen Hyatt, I think that's who it is. It's about another 17-yard pass. I'm just taking a wild guess. I don't know how long that was. After what I've seen from Florida the past couple of weeks, I think a touchdown here, or really if you can go up by 2 scores early in this game, I think Florida's going to quit. Hendon Hooker let that one sail over Jalen Hyatt's head. It's going to be 2nd and 10. North Carolina's already up on Notre Dame, 7-0. Does anyone think Marcus Freeman is going to be back next year? What happens if Notre Dame goes 4-8, which is very possible. I wonder if they're going to keep him around. I said it in the video. It's like Marcus Freeman is trying to do a speed run challenge on how quick he can get fired. Looks like Florida jumped. Did Tennessee move? I wasn't really looking. It looks like Tennessee moved. It's going to be false start. Second one on the Volunteers this drive. I need to turn my desktop audio on. How do I do that? There we go. Wait, no. No, I'm good. Let's see. So Tennessee's on the Florida 46. It looks like they're trying to get them to jump at 2nd and 15. From Tennessee, I might even run the ball, honestly. We got a too high safety look. We're gonna throw for it here. Again, Florida isn't keen on the quarterback run. Hendon Hooker is able to run to the outside, pick up about 12, make it very manageable on 3rd down. They have no backers left. If the pressure doesn't get there, Hooker has something but green grass in front of him. He's gonna run for it again. Takes a weird hit, but gets the first down, about an 8-yard gain. It looks like first down Tennessee. This might be a very long game for that Florida defense. Whatever they have drawn up, not have a. I mean, Hendon Hooker is not a dual threat quarterback by any means, but he is athletic and he can run if he has to. Oh, it looks like Tennessee's receiver. I don't know who that is. He just fumbled. Had the slant, had about 15 yards, and fumbled the ball. Brian Weiss is #1 sports analyst. No, I'm not even close, but I do appreciate that, though. This is my first stream ever. You don't have to lie, man. I'm not very good, but I do appreciate the kind words, sir. Hope you're doing good, Brian. That's a Tennessee thing right there. You can't have a successful drive like that and then do something like that. Those days got to be over. Those days have to be over. I think Cedric Tillman's out for this game. I don't know if that was his backup or what, but I don't know who that guy was. But he just fumbled the ball. Pretty costly, too. Tennessee was in field goal range, and honestly, had he not fumbled, Tennessee was probably going down to score. Oh, brother. Texas Tech tied it up with Texas 7-7 in that one. I don't really know if there's many big games on this week other than this one and maybe the the Arkansas Texas A&M game. Wisconsin Ohio State could be interesting maybe. I don't know. Where do you think Georgia's going to be ranked after this week? It all depends on what Alabama does, I think. I mean, I would personally drop Georgia to 2. I wouldn't drop them any further than that. I was overreacting a little bit earlier. Because earlier I was saying Georgia should be 3 or 4 after that game, but then I kind of looked into it. Georgia was playing a lot of backups on defense for whatever reason, whether it was injuries or trying to give the starters a rest. I have no idea. It was a really weird game. 10 of the points that Kent State scored were off Ladd McConkey turnovers. The defense played okay until the second half, and they really started getting gashed at the middle, which was very concerning. I think Georgia's fine, though. I'm not really worried about Georgia at all. They have a pretty easy schedule. They have games they could be tested, but I think you keep them at 1. Honestly, 1 or 2. If you want to put them at 2, I wouldn't argue with you. If you want to put them at 1, I wouldn't argue with you. Kenny McIntosh did go down, Georgia's starting running back. Looked like he has something with his knee. He wasn't putting much pressure on it, so I don't know how long he's going to be out. Hopefully nothing too serious with him. I don't know what else to really check right now. I mean, there's just really no good games going on. Minnesota's up 7-0 on Michigan State. I think Notre Dame went 3 and out. Middle Tennessee State is up on Miami 3-0. All those games are in the first quarter. I need to update this scoreboard. There's multiple games going on right now, but I only have like a few on here. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna get this fixed. Alright, I don't need the Tennessee-Florida game showing. I have that up. Alright, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna... Yeah, I just watched the ending of the Wake Forest-Clemson game. That was pretty crazy. I think Sam Hartman had like 6 touchdown passes. Wake Forest's defense is so bad that it even makes Clemson's offense look good. That's how bad they are. Clemson's offense is still not great. But they scored 50 on Wake Forest. That just shows more of how bad Wake Forest defense is. I guess the Florida-Tennessee game is back on. I think Florida just got a first down. I didn't see. I need to fix the scoreboard, though, first and foremost. So let me do that. Oh, I know why. I only have the top 25 games up. Duh. I was wondering why all these other games weren't popping up on the scoreboard, but that's why. Alright, well, I'm leaving it like this. But that Wake Forest-Clemson game did have a pretty crazy ending. Kansas got a pretty good one over Duke. Kansas might be a legitimate bowl team this year, and that would be huge for that program, as bad as they've been the past 10 years or so. Anthony Richardson pulls it back. He's going to throw. It looks like he's going deep. He has a man open, and the receiver makes a terrific catch. That was a good throw by Anthony Richardson. That was a legitimately good throw. Who's that? Ricky Purcell? Is that his name? It's like Florida has this one white receiver, and he's pretty solid. That's a good route right there. Makes a terrific catch. Florida's really trying to turn it on now. Run up the middle for about 9 yards. I think, who's that, ETN? You got to feed that guy the ball. You got to give that guy the ball a lot in this game. Florida going up tempo. Looks like it's going to be a run again. Anthony Richardson pulled that one smart. Gets about 5-4 for a first down. I think Florida could be a solid team if they get their passing game going. I don't think they'd be great still. They still have a lot of issues on defense as well. They would definitely be a lot more competitive, though, if they had a passing game to go along with that running game. Richardson fakes the handoff, pulls it back, looks like he's going to pass it. Now he takes off running, tries to throw on the run. I don't know what happened there. It looked like he had the right read. Number 14 for Florida, they have another wide receiver, by the way. It looked like he was open. I don't know if he just lost the ball or if it was so far thrown behind him. Oh, okay, it was just thrown far behind him. It looked like Anthony Richardson might have crossed the line of scrimmage as he threw that, too. It was very close. Yep, he did. I noticed that a little bit. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to sound like an idiot because I wasn't really paying attention closely. Yeah, he was just over the line of scrimmage as he threw that. That's very close. I don't know the ruling behind that. I don't know if it's when you start your throw you have to be behind the line of scrimmage. Because he started the throwing motion before he crossed, but then he was moving forward as he was passing. So, you know, his momentum, by the time the ball was released from his hands, he was already well past the line of scrimmage. I mean, yeah, the ball is clearly behind the line of scrimmage as he starts the motion. When he releases it, he's across. I don't know the ruling on that. I'm not a rules expert, so I can't tell y'all. I didn't even know that. See, I didn't even know this is reviewable. They're out here reviewing this right now. I was wondering why the game was taking so long, or why there wasn't another play being ran. They got that Gene guy on the phone, CBS. He's like the rules analysis, but I can't hear him because I have my TV turned down, so my mic doesn't pick it up. So I have no clue what's going on. I don't have the first clue. Let's see. Let's check out the sport. Middle Tennessee just scored a touchdown. They are up 10-0 on Miami. Miami might not be as good as we thought they would be. I don't know. Miami struggled with Southern Miss a couple weeks ago too. They didn't pull away till late in the second half in that one. Now they're already down double digits to Middle Tennessee early in the first quarter. Not a good look at all. By any means. I don't know if they made a call yet. I haven't been looking the past 20 seconds. Okay, so they overturned that. So I guess I can't hear the screen. So I'm assuming you can start the throwing motion behind the line of scrimmage, but because when he threw the ball and released it, he was across. So I don't know. I guess as long as you start the throwing motion before you cross the line of scrimmage, it's not an illegal forward pass. With that being said, after about 10 minutes later, 2nd and 10 for Florida. I really wish we can get faster review times. These games take way too damn long. And the reviews are pretty much the main reason. They have to review everything for at least 10 minutes before they can make a decision. For what? That all it would have been was a 5-yard penalty, I think. I don't know how much illegal forward pass is in penalty yardage. No clue. I'm not a rules expert. I can tell you a lot about football, but when it comes to stuff like that, I don't have a clue. They change the rules like every 2 years, so unless you actually are like a referee or something, you're not going to be up to date with every single rule in the game. 3rd and 9 for Florida. Big third down here. I think they need to at least get this across the 30 to make it a comfortable field goal, if you can even call it that. Anthony Richardson overthrows. Looks like they tried to go one-on-one to the outside of the bottom of the screen, and it did not work, so it's going to be 4th down. Pretty good coverage by the Tennessee defender. And honestly, Anthony Richardson, I mean, you either got to throw the ball or your guy gets it or no one gets it, so I mean, that's not really a bad throw. So it looks like I'm bringing out the kicker. This kicker is tatted up. I don't really see many kickers like this. What is this, about a 50-yard field goal? Yep. This would be huge if Florida gets this. And a big win for Tennessee if they don't. Looks like he missed it. Snuck left at the last second. Pretty good win for the Tennessee defense after a fumble. Pretty costly fumble. Florida's got to figure out that problem, that stalling out problem they have. They move the ball down the field for about the first 40, 50 yards, and once they get close to the 30 or the red zone, they just stall out. And they got to figure that out if they want to win this game. If I'm a betting man, I'm still picking Tennessee. I still think Tennessee just looks better in this game already. Tennessee moved the ball on offense without much of a problem. I think Florida's going to have to key on Hendon Hooker on these runs a little bit better. Tennessee just had the turnover. You just can't do that, especially when you're about, scoring range. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be back in like not even a minute. I just got to go do something real quick. Alright, I'm back. I had to go put some shorts on. I was in sweatpants. Way too hot for that. It was actually cold in my house earlier this morning, so I threw on some sweats. But the pants had to come off. It got way too hot in here. And I had my AC on full blast, so I know I said it 100 times, but Y'all probably can hear it in the background. Hopefully my mic's not picking it up too bad. Tennessee is going to take over. I don't know where they're going to be at. I'm guessing around the 30-yard line of Florida territory. If you're just joining in, Florida got the ball first, drove down the field, tried to go for it on 4th and 2 by doing a quarterback keep with Anthony Richardson. It didn't work. Tennessee got the ball, drove down the field pretty easily, and then fumbled close to the Florida red zone. And then Florida just got the ball back, drove down the field, stalled out at 30, missed a 50-yard field goal. Some scores for you guys. Looks like Texas just went up 10-7 over Texas Tech. North Carolina still up 7-0 over Notre Dame. Middle Tennessee State is up 10-0 on Miami. Looks like Miami's driving a little bit. Minnesota's up 14-0 on Michigan State. Michigan State is nothing without Kenneth Walker, I'll tell you what. Michigan State might be lucky to get a bowl game this year, honestly, if their offense is that bad without him. Tennessee came out throwing a screen. Looks like he got the first down. We're going to go quick. Ball at midfield. Hooker drops back. Throws an out route. Caught. Jalen Hyatt. 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. Tennessee is having no trouble moving the ball down the field. Their biggest opponent for them on offense is themselves. I'm going to try to run the ball here. I think Tennessee really needs to utilize his run game too. Florida's run defense is not good at all. And they do that. Jabari Small goes, picks up about 6. First down, Tennessee. Also, if you're just joining, my TV is on the left side of the screen, so if you see me keep looking away, I'm watching the game. I don't have it on my computer. Hendon Hooker takes too long. Looks like he double-guessed himself and gets sacked. Pretty big loss. Where do you think Tennessee would have been ranked if they beat Alabama? Oh, Texas, my bad. If Texas would have been ranked if they beat Alabama. Well, I don't even remember where Texas was when they played Alabama, ranking-wise. I mean, I would have to assume they would be close to the top 10. If I don't know if they'd put them in the top 10. I don't even remember where Texas was. What were they, like 20th? Were they even ranked when they played Alabama? 'Cause I don't know that, so I really can't answer that until I figure that out. 2nd and 16, Hooker drops back to pass, throws a comeback route to the receiver, makes a couple guys miss and gets the first down. What an effort by that guy. I don't know if that's the same guy that fumbled the ball earlier, but that's definitely one way to redeem yourself. Did a good job working back to the football. Made a couple Florida defensive backs look silly there. Ball in the Florida 28, Tennessee threatening to score again. If I'm Florida, I'm just hoping I can hold them to a field goal, but that's not looking likely. Hendon Hooker just ran it up the middle. 9-yard gain. Lowered his shoulder, too. If Texas wasn't in the top 25, they probably were just outside of it. If they beat Alabama, I would assume they would have probably been moved to 12th, 13th, somewhere in that mark. Close to the top 10. Yeah, Tennessee's pretty much just doing whatever they want right now. 2nd and 5. For a 5-yard run up the middle. Going quick. They're going to run the ball again. Florida actually does a pretty good job there. It's about a 3-yard loss, 4-yard loss. Defensive front got through that time. Third and 6. Ball on the 15. Tennessee slowing it down just a hair. Get the call in. About a minute 30 left in the first. Third and 7, actually. Looks like they're going to call... Are they call timeout? Nope. Thought I heard a whistle, my bad. Going trips to the bottom. Single receiver at the top of the screen. Hooker drops back, throws it, and is incomplete. Hooker threw it a little bit behind him. It looked like it was a tight end there. Tried to run a slant. It looked like he was open. I think it was just a bad throw. Oh, yeah, that ball should have been out quicker than that. That tight end had a lot of free space to work with there. That's a good win for the Florida defense. Holding Tennessee to a field goal there. That's a win. Why isn't Aiden going live with you? Aiden's currently dealing, I think he was dealing with a sickness. so he couldn't be on, but he'll be back for future streams. Tennessee makes a field goal, 3-0 Tennessee. I need to go ahead and update the scoreboard. The scoreboard you guys see at the bottom, I'm actually manually controlling that. There you go, Tennessee is up 3-0. How about that? But yeah, Aiden will be should be back next Saturday. I don't know what our streaming schedule is going to be like either. This is the first stream I'm doing here on this channel. So, obviously I know it doesn't look great. It's a very vanilla layout, but, you know, what can you do? Tennessee's up 3-0. Washington State, Oregon had kicked off, actually. Washington State's already up 7-0 over the Ducks. Ole Miss is up on Tulsa. Let's see what other scores I can get for you guys. UCLA's up 28-10 over Colorado, but no one cares about that. Shirley. App State just scored on James Madison. They're up 7-3. Now that could be an interesting game to keep a look at, though. James Madison is whatchamacallit, is actually in the Sun Belt now. I didn't know that till about 2 weeks ago. Sun Belt actually added Marshall and James Madison. But yeah, James Madison's actually not a bad team. They played Middle Tennessee State earlier this year, who's currently playing Miami, and beat the brakes off of them. And then Middle Tennessee's out here beating Miami 10-0. So I don't know what's up with that. Miami's going to have to get that figured out. I know they had a pretty hard loss to A&M last week. Their offense was absolutely non-existent. Miami's receivers are absolutely atrocious, by the way. Tyler Van Dyke actually played a really good game for Miami, in my opinion, against a really good Texas A&M defense. He was making a lot of passes where they should have been. Receivers just couldn't make the play. So that being said, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Miami's going to... If Miami doesn't get that squared away, I think they're going to have a hard time winning their division. Check something real quick. Because Miami's in a division with Pitt, Virginia Tech, who's not going to be in contention. I can tell you that right now after getting blown out by West Virginia. North Carolina, Pitt, and Miami are probably the three to come out of the Coastal Division. All those teams are pretty much... all three of those teams are so equal. It's almost like a hat draw. I can't tell you who I would pick to come out of that division, go to the ACC Championship game. Clemson got a big win over Wake Forest. I think Clemson's pretty much the clear front runner for their division title. I think Clemson should be back in the ACC Championship this year. Tennessee just kicked off. Florida takes a touchback. 1 minute left to go in the first. Let's check some other standings while I'm at it. I know Kent State's 1-3 right now, but they haven't played a MAC conference game yet. They're in the Mid-American Conference. They might win that one. They look good today. Look really good. Alright, Florida gets the ball 1st and 10 on the 25. And I think Florida's got to keep it on the ground for most of this drive. They've had a lot of success running the ball. Anthony Richardson's had some decent runs. Had a couple nice passes. What's the holdup? Every game I watch, there's always just some unnecessary holdup. The refs stop the game, and this is why these games take 4 hours. Just don't make much sense. Ball snap. Anthony Richardson back to throw. Double clutching multiple times and overshoots his receiver by about 10 yards. Pressure was coming, though. I want to say he got popped at the end, too. yeah, just after this first quarter, Tennessee is clearly the better team. Second and 10, ball on the 25. Florida has numbers down at the bottom. I think they're about to look that way. No, they don't. But Richardson is going to take off and run. Gets about 5. Florida was trying to run some wide split down below at the bottom. They're trying to get a receiver way down to the close to the sideline, spread it out. And it looked like Tennessee really didn't adjust to it very well, unless I just wasn't paying attention. I'm surprised they didn't go that way. Florida's 0-3 on third down. They got to get this one. 3 and out here, you're in trouble. On their own 29. Richardson back to pass, throws it, wide open receiver. Gain about 8. First down, Florida. Florida went empty. Pretty interesting route combination down there on the boundary side. Looks like the first quarter is coming to an end. I think Florida might try to run one more play. See where this ball is. First and 10, ball on about the 36-yard line. Are they going to run a play? Yeah, they do. Last second, they're handed off. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. I think he did. Yep. No gain. First quarter's over. Tennessee is up 3-0. What school are you going to right now? My bad, bro. I haven't been looking at the chat. So I took a break from Augusta University. That's where I was my first couple of years, and I had taken a break. 1, because I needed money badly, and 2, I was just kind of getting burnt out of school. But I'm gonna try to go back to Augusta next semester. So, I was working at Bridgestone right now, and trying to find something else though, because I want to be in school. And obviously I can't work at Bridgestone, a full-time job, a swing rotation shift, whatever you want to call it. And be a full-time student. So that's what I've been up to lately. I'll go ahead and tell you guys right now, I am super hungry. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a stream for the full game. Maybe I end it and come back for the second half, but I'll probably keep this on till the end of the second quarter, and then I'm probably going to head out and maybe come back for the second half. All depends on what my plan's looking like. I have a bunch of other stuff I got to do today. Aiden was supposed to be on here today, but unfortunately he had some other stuff come up. But he'll be back next Saturday. So really this is more of a test stream. If anything, this is the first stream we've done on this channel. And we plan to do more as the season goes along. I love streaming. I haven't done it in a very long time, but I love streaming. How about Middle Tennessee up 17-3 over Miami? Oregon got a field goal, 7-3 in that game. Texas Tech actually has the lead on Texas, 14-10. Ole Miss and Tulsa tied up. Let's see. Try to see some other scores. I need to change this to that. Let's see, what else is interesting? 7-0 still, North Carolina over Notre Dame. It looks like Notre Dame's slowly but surely driving down the field. App State's up 14-3 over James Madison. Central Florida and Georgia Tech are playing. That's the games in the first quarter as well. Central Florida is up 3-0. So those are your scores for your 3:30/4 o'clock games. I'm about to go turn my AC down some more. It is so hot in here. I have this thing set at like 74 degrees. I need to turn that down. Dang, you can cut it. I'm coming right back. I'm turn this AC down. I need to get a new chair. Not that this one's really bad, but I feel like there's so many more comfortable chairs out there. This one's alright though. I can't really complain. I'm gonna answer this text real quick. Florida game's back on, 2nd and 10. Richardson keeps it, gets about 9, 3rd and 1. If you guys are just joining the stream, be sure to leave a thumbs up. That helps the stream out tremendously, as well as the channel. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys showing up and swinging by. First stream I've done on this channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these as the season goes on, like these little watch parties. And hope to see y'all here. Richardson's going to keep it again. They run this quarterback keeper where they fake the sweep motion. They run a jet sweep. Fake the jet motion and try to keep it with Anthony Richardson. But 9 times out of 10 he keeps the ball, so he's not really fooling anybody with that. I think Florida would have a lot more success if they did what Arkansas did. Arkansas just does straight up. They don't really use a whole lot of motions to get KJ Jefferson to run the ball. I think Anthony Richardson would be better off just catching the ball and running. Not faking anything. Catch the ball, get a full head of steam. Yeah, I don't know. 4th and 1. Florida's actually going to go for it here. They snap the ball. Looks like he's going to do some bootleg, and there's a timeout. Here's the thing if you're Florida, though. If you don't get this, and they haven't been very good on the 3rd and short, 4th and short situations, Tennessee has the ball right back at like the 40-yard line. I don't trust Florida's defense to make the stop. They had a good stop, holding Tennessee to a field goal on the last drive, but I don't know. I went back into commercial, by the way. It's pretty much most of my college football Saturdays I spend is watching commercials. Notre Dame has scored, tied the game up 7-7 with North Carolina. That game's on ABC. Minnesota's still up 14-0 over Michigan State. Cincinnati's up 17-3 over Indiana. That's really it for the score updates. It's just not a very exciting week of college football. Only a handful of decent games here and there. I might only be streaming this game to halftime. I don't know. Got a lot of other stuff to take care of today. Lots of other stuff. I definitely wanted to get on here and try the streaming thing out. Does anyone know? I think the Alabama-Vanderbilt game's on 7. If any of y'all know that, let me know, please. Not that I'm really interested. I kind of do want to watch Alabama play in a little bit. I just kind of want to see what happens in that game because that's going to dictate, I think, if Alabama takes the #1 spot back or not. They do play Vandy. I mean, I don't expect Vanderbilt to do what Kent State did to Georgia and keep it competitive. Kent State is better than Vanderbilt, though. I will say that. So I definitely don't see a scenario in which Vanderbilt keeps it close. Kent State had a better team than I thought they did. How that spread was 45, I'm not really sure. One thing I could tell y'all now for betting purposes, if y'all are big sports bettors, if you see Georgia play a lesser opponent like Kent State or some Division II school, and it's a noon game, take the under. Whatever the spread is, take the under. I'm telling you now, you'll win a lot of money doing that. Bet the house on it. Georgia at noon games typically isn't very good. I think that was a big reason why Georgia struggled today. I think Georgia's still fine overall as a team, but it's just something about these noon games, these small noon games, Georgia cannot get motivated to play. And that's on Kirby Smart. I don't care if you're playing a high school, a Division II college, an NFL team. As a coach, your job should be get your players up and ready. regardless of the time, regardless of your opponent, regardless of how much better you might be, you can lose on any given week. Florida's going to try the same fake again. Anthony Richardson probably should run that, but he decides to throw it. First down. Before the timeout was called, Florida was doing some bootleg. I'm surprised they went back to it, honestly. First down for the Gators. I think he just got across midfield to about the 45. .13 minutes left in the second quarter. Anthony Richardson's had a couple good plays, couple bad plays. He's going to fake the handoff again. He's moving around the pocket very well. He's going to launch it deep. Makes a tremendous throw on the run. And the receiver doesn't go down. Tennessee can't tackle. He's in. Oh my gosh. Tennessee can't do that. And somehow people are trying to convince me that this Tennessee team is going to compete with Georgia. It ain't happening. You got to be able to tackle in that situation. You can't let that happen. First of all, this is a tremendous play by Anthony Richardson. He does a good job moving around the pocket and keeping his eyes downfield. What a play by that receiver, too. He broke a tackle, ran over another defender, broke another tackle, and took it all the way. Unreal. That's the Anthony Richardson Tennessee fans should be afraid of. If he can get going by making... First of all, that's his first career... not his first career. His first passing touchdown at Florida this season. So if I'm a Tennessee fan, I'm hoping that doesn't get him going. Wow. Wow. I need to update the score, don't I? There we go. 7-3 Florida. Your DBs just gotta make the play there. You're gonna give up some throws. It's football. It happens. But you gotta be able to tackle. You can't let that happen. You can't have a defensive back get trucked, another guy miss the tackle twice, and then let the receiver run it in. That'll get you in trouble against any team you play. I gotta give Florida credit though. Hold on, I'm looking for my water bottle, and I'm probably getting a PC going. I'll be back in just a second. Oh, my knee just popped. I'm gonna adjust this webcam up a little bit higher. Y'all gotta be able to see the Georgia hat. Y'all let me know if my chewing, this gum chewing, is getting picked up by the mic. I hope it isn't. Tulsa just took the lead on Ole Miss, 14-7. Texas Tech still up 14-10. Middle Tennessee is still up 17-3. What else we got? Notre Dame, North Carolina still tied. Minnesota just kicked a field goal. They are now up 17-0 over Michigan State. The Nat State just scored 21-3 over James Madison. That game might be a little bit more lopsided than I thought it would be. Washington State just kicked a field goal. They're up 10-3 over Oregon. That game still in the first quarter. Then obviously Florida just scored a touchdown off a tremendous play by Anthony Richardson and the receiver. 7-3 in this game. 12 minutes left to go in the second. If I'm Tennessee, there's no reason to panic though. I mean, that was just a good play. Tennessee could very well take this ball back down the field and score. And I think they're going to have to. This is the Anthony Richardson. This is why it was so hard to make the pick on this game, though. You don't know what Anthony Richardson you're going to get. When you have a guy as talented as he is, he can have multiple bad games, but all he needs is that one moment. And he could have a breakout game. And as I say that, I turn around Tennessee. I don't know what happened, but they just got a big play down to about the 3-yard line. Didn't see what happened, though. First and goal, Tennessee is sprinting to the ball. They're about to get lined up and snap it again. Ball on the 5-yard line. And this is why I said you don't panic as a Tennessee fan in that situation. They try to run up the middle here. Get about 2 yards. Maybe 3. Oh, they're showing the replay now. I didn't see what happened. Oh, busted coverage by the Gators. They shifted out the receivers to the top of the screen. Florida didn't adjust. Hooker runs it in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Tennessee. So just like that, Tennessee takes the lead right back. Busted coverage by Florida. Well, actually, it's 9-3. They haven't kicked the extra point yet. So 9-7 Tennessee. Three-play, 75-yard drive. Only took 40 seconds. That's what that Tennessee offense does, though. You come out and you run a different, bunch of different sets, whatever. You gotta catch that defense out of position. That's what Tennessee's offense relies on. And they try to hit 3 or 4 of those big plays where they get the defense out of position, busty coverages, and that's just what they do. 10-7 Tennessee. I don't know what the over-under is for this game. It might hit the over. Tennessee's defense still hasn't proved to me they've improved since last year, though. Trying to have some other games pulled up on my computer as this game's in overtime, but I can't. Oh, let me do that actually. Let's see. What other game can I have pulled up? Don't really care to see Georgia Tech and Central Florida. Don't really want to watch Miami. Guess I'll watch Oregon, Washington State. Look at Oregon just had a big play. First and 10. Wish I could see where they're at in the field. Oregon in the red zone. They're on the 20-yard line. First and 10 for Bo Nix. Hand it off. Run up the middle. Breaks free. Tries to run over a safety. Still fights for another 3 yards. Big run. 18-yard gain for Oregon. They're about to be on the 2-yard line and threatening to score a touchdown again. Scores are pretty much the same as I said earlier. I think Georgia Tech had driven down on Central Florida and missed the extra point. Missed the field goal. So it's still 3-0 in that one. Central Florida still leads. Middle Tennessee is about to score again on Miami. They're on the Miami 4-yard line, 3rd and goal. Can make it 24-3. Miami season's probably over. And Texas A&M's probably not as good. Probably worse than people think they are. And someone for the life of me, I'm not saying Texas A&M can't beat Arkansas, but if someone watching this right now could tell me why they're so highly favored and why so many people think they can beat, why they have people picking, what am I trying to say? Can someone please tell me why so many people are picking Texas A&M to beat Arkansas? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it one bit. I know Arkansas has probably the worst pass defense in the history of history, but Texas A&M doesn't have a passing offense either. And Arkansas's offense is really good. But so is Texas A&M's defense. Something's got to give in that game. Florida can't do that, though. They can't have busted coverages like that. Especially right after a touchdown. That momentum change will happen just like that. Anthony Richardson already has 138 passing yards today. He had 140 last week. Crazy. First and 10, Florida, the 25. We're going to fake that bootleg. Anthony Richardson's trying. He might have just ran out of bounds. He needs to be careful with that. I guarantee you, if he tries to do that again, one of those balls is going to get intercepted. He's able to escape pressure very well. But then he was kind of just running up the sideline looking for something to come open. It looked like he was about to force something. He needs to be careful with that. Anthony Richardson, of all people, is probably going to throw an interception doing that. So I guarantee you if he does it again this game, it's probably going to be a pick. Second and 10. Anthony Richardson back to throw again. There's ball complete at number 14. Another wide receiver. That's his first down. About a 16-yard gain. 17, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Tennessee has a player down on the field. Their defense. Good route by the receiver there. It looks like we got an injury timeout. Let me sit up for y'all so y'all can actually see more of me instead of just the top of my head. Over here slouched back like I'm just reclining in a chair and just kicking it back. But Middle Tennessee scored 24-3 over Miami. Miami is a disaster. Absolute disaster. Not as good as I thought they would be. I actually picked them to beat Texas A&M or cover the spread last week. Had I known this is how bad Miami was, I would have never done that. Notre Dame took the lead on North Carolina. Notre Dame is up 14-7. They had to win that game. I don't know if y'all were here earlier. I said Oregon got down to the 2-yard line, but they were not able to punch it in. In fact, I think they got a penalty or something. So now it's 4th and goal from the 10. Texas took the lead back from Texas Tech. They just scored a touchdown, 17-14 in that game. And nothing really interesting going on outside of that. Minnesota's up 17-0. I don't know if I said that. UCLA looks like they're about to score, about to go up 45-10 over Colorado. But no one cares about that game, so I'm not even going to bother with it. Everything's just in commercial right now, so there's really nothing I could talk about at the moment. If you're just joining the stream, be sure to leave a thumbs up. That helps me out tremendously. Not only the stream, but the channel as well, to help us get us recognized. Also, be sure to check out our other videos we've uploaded this past week. We try to keep you guys up to date with some of the big games coming up. Probably going to have a preview prediction coming out tomorrow or Monday. I'm not sure. But with that being said, be sure to give those videos a look. Auburn really beat Missouri 17-14. Ryan Harsin lives to see another day. I think it might have been a cheap shot by that Florida receiver there. That's why the Tennessee guy went down. Maybe got the air knocked out of him. I think that's what it was. First and 10 for Florida on the Tennessee 40, or I mean on the Florida 42. Florida's had success on offense. Had a couple drives stall out earlier in this game. But since then, they've been able to move a little bit. Anthony Richardson's moving really well in the pocket. Has a wide open receiver again down the field. Caught by Ricky Purcell. Probably close to the 20-yard line, I think. Tennessee's going to have to figure that out quick, fast, and in a hurry. I do trust Tennessee to win a shootout between these two teams, but I don't think Tennessee wants to get to that situation. I like that receiver for Florida, though. Ricky Purcell, is that his name? I think he's one of Florida's best receivers. In terms of route running, anyways. I've seen Florida play a few games this season. Pretty much every game Florida's played, I've watched. And I like watching him. Anthony Richardson's having a really good game so far. Something ain't right there. I don't know what happened. It's like the ball was snapped. Two guys were going in motion. Can't do that. Cannot do that. Made that 2nd and 15 for the Gators. Florida's kicker, you want to keep him inside a 45-yard field goal or less than that because he missed a 50-yarder earlier. Don't want to go backwards here. Florida tries to run the ball here. Gets about 4-3. Be about 3rd and 12. I know Anthony Richardson's been playing well, but I don't know if you want to leave him on 3rd and long or put him in these situations. Can't do that. Third and 12, crowd's getting into it. Ball on Tennessee 22. Florida 1 for 5 on 3rd down conversions today. Richardson drops back to pass, throws complete over the middle. Number 14. I don't know who this wide receiver is, but he's pretty solid too. Florida's got a bunch of wide receivers. So does Georgia. Some of these wide receivers, man, can play some football, though. I'll tell you what. Always have been. You just don't really see them too often. My favorite wide receiver to watch, and I love, like, the Hunter Renfrows and the, the Ricky Purcells, whoever, Adam Thielens. They're just so fundamentally sound. But Michael Bennett for Georgia, I don't know if y'all know who that is, 2012, 2013, that era. Michael Bennett was one of my favorite receivers to watch. He wasn't the most athletic. He wasn't the strongest, wasn't the fastest. But he ran really good routes and had really good hands. Anthony Richardson's going to take it, keep it. Touchdown, Florida. He took the quarterback keeper around the right side. Walked right in pretty much untouched. Florida takes the lead right back, 13-10. 14-10, depending on the extra point. Give credit to Florida's offense. I mean, they're finding ways. They're responding. Their defense is going to have to find an answer for that offense for Tennessee. How about Anthony Richardson, though? That dude is playing a really good game. Got to give credit where credit's due. He's played terrible against Kentucky and South Florida, but putting it together today. Just one thing I was worried about. That Tennessee defense hasn't improved to me. Tennessee's defense looks really, really rough. And they really didn't look that good against Pitt. And Pitt, people can say what they want about that Pitt win that Tennessee had. Pitt's nowhere near as good as Florida, talent-wise. See if Florida can keep that up, though. All right, scores 14-14. Almost Tulsa are tied up. Oregon had to set off here a field goal. 6-10 in that game. Miami is getting blown out by Middle Tennessee State. Their season is over. Mario Cristobal is going to have a lot of answers from that one. Going to have to answer some tough questions. That's unacceptable. Probably just going to stream the first half of this game. Halftime, I'm probably going to end it. Got to take care of some other stuff. North Carolina, Notre Dame is tied 14, so that means North Carolina had scored. App State running away from it, and James Madison, they're up 28-3. Central Florida, Georgia Tech. Central Florida still up 3-0. And that's really all the scores for now. Florida, Tennessee is currently in commercial. So I'll wait for that to come back on. And there's really not any other games going on right now that I'm just interested in looking at. So that kind of sucks. Currently answering a few texts real quick. Florida's about to kick off. Oh, I need to update the score. Florida made the extra point. I have not been on it with the scoreboard today. There we go. Alright, let's see how Tennessee responds now. Last possession for Tennessee. Busted coverage by Florida. I think it was Tennessee's first play. Got about a 73-yard pass, got to the 2-yard line, and pretty much ran it in from there. Florida came back. Anthony Richardson looked amazing that last drive. He's looked good all day. All right, first attempt for Tennessee, 25. Run it with Hendon Hooker. He's been running the ball a lot today. It's about a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3. Florida's really going to have to figure out how to stop that quarterback run and keeping Hooker contained. Because he can do a lot of damage with his legs. Ooh! Tennessee tried to run it. He tried to bounce it, but met a couple Florida defenders, and he got popped. About a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 5 coming up. Big third down for Tennessee and Florida. If I'm Florida, you got to get off the field here if you really want to get some momentum for your team. I feel like this is where Tennessee's most dangerous, though. When they slow it down and actually try to think up of something, this is where they can hurt you. If I'm Florida, I'm maybe thinking of sending some pressure here. Let's see what we got. Tennessee's got an interesting set right here. Wide open Jalen Hyatt over the middle. Gets to about the 49. Pretty big play. If I'm Florida, I think I'm sending pressure on something like this. I think they tried to, but it was just really late getting there. Tennessee's had wide open receivers all day. Hooker, wide open, or drops back, has all day to throw, finds a wide open receiver again. About another 15-yard gain for the Volunteers. They are moving right down the field on the Gators. And whatever the over-under of this game is, it looks like it's going to go over. Just saying that right now. Both of these teams apparently just don't want to play any defense. I will say, though, Florida's run defense has been okay. So 2nd down and 5, maybe. 2nd and 6. Tennessee and Florida territory. Tennessee's averaging over 10 yards per play. Wild. Ball on the Florida 31. Looks like Florida's in a 4-3 here. They try to bounce the run out to the outside. Florida's trying to contain it. Does a good job. Forces them out of bounds for about a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 7. What is the Gator defense going to do here? They've been getting absolutely destroyed on 3rd downs. Third and 8. Ball on the 33. If I'm Tennessee, I'm looking at that number 3 receiver down at the bottom. There's no one over him. I'm running a hitch to him right here. Let's see what they do. Florida plays it well. Actually bring out a couple D linemen to go get him. Ooh, Hooker had a good play. Made a good play. Made the right read, but just a little outside. Receiver can't get to it. That was a tough throw on the run. Almost completed, though. Tennessee did try to go for that hitch, though. It looked like that number 3 receiver was going to have it. I didn't realize Florida was going to drop 2 back on him, though. 4th down. Tennessee's going to go for it there. Very interesting. 4th and 8. 33-yard line. I guess it's just outside of field goal range. Timeout taken, I think, by Tennessee. Nope, timeout Florida. All right, I'll be right back. They're taking a timeout. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Vols. Just a minute. Let me put the screen off. I'm actually going to leave my... Oh no, I'm going to keep my headset on. I wish y'all could see this wiring situation I have right now. It is absolutely atrocious. Honestly, kind of embarrassing I let it get to this point. Not going to lie. Alright, back from timeout. Tennessee's got a 4th and 8. And they're going for it. Looks like you got a stack down at the bottom. Florida gets pressure. Oh, Hooker gets sacked. The ball comes out. Florida gets it. Florida gets it. Florida's going to take over at about the 38-yard line. I don't know. I like going for it there, but at the same time I don't. But I don't know what Tennessee's kicker's like. I don't know what his history is in kicking these long field goals. It's probably about a 50-something yarder from there. About a 50-yarder from there, really. I don't know. Quite bold and go for it there. Big win for the Florida defense, though. You're going to give up some yards to Tennessee, but yeah, it's whether or not you can hold them to a field goal or not. And in that case, that's another big win, holding them to 0 points. All right, Tennessee's going to have to get a stop here. Richardson goes back to pass, just outside. That's just his knock. These little intermediate routes, he just doesn't have good touch on them. He tries to laser everything. It looks like Hooker might be injured a little bit. I can kind of see it in his facial expressions. They showed a replay of his face close up, and you can tell he's grimacing at something. I don't know if he got hit or what, but hopefully he's okay. 2nd and 10 for Florida. Ball on the 38. Try to run it, but Tennessee's all over it. They lose one. It's going to be 3rd and 9. That'd be a big win for the Tennessee defense, and they get this 3 and out here. Third down. Big 3rd down for both teams here. So Tennessee's going to maybe bring some pressure. They do. They're going to try to bring it along the edge. Doesn't get there. They run a nice little hitch route down at the bottom. Complete. 1st down. Yeah, Tennessee tried to send some pressure. They're in man. The receiver just won his one-on-one there. He's able to get to the outside after making the catch and get a couple more yards. Big conversion. 1st and 10. Florida in Tennessee territory, just barely crossing midfield. They're over the 49-yard line. They're in the pistol. Ball snap. Fake the handoff. Richardson moves up in the pocket, throws on the run, just outside of Ricky Purcell. Richardson's moving around in the pocket very well in this game. Tennessee is getting pressure, but Richardson's mobility has really helped him a lot. He's had a couple of decent throws on the move too. We're showing the replay of this Hendon Hooker keeper. He might have taken a pretty bad hit or a bad fall. I think it might have been with the shoulder. He's feeling something. Second and 10. Florida stays in the pistol. Got a guy coming down in motion at the bottom. He's going to line up just outside the tackle. Florida tries to run a little sweep for an outside zone. Doesn't get there. Doesn't work. Tennessee is all over that. 3rd and 11. Tennessee's defensive line does do a good job of getting pressure. They do have a good front. 3rd and 11. Another long 3rd down for Florida. Tennessee's got to get off the field here. You can't give up a 2nd, 3rd, and long conversion. That is going to kill you mentally. Looks like they kind of quick snapped it. It looks like the Florida players on the offensive line were ready. Richardson's going to have to throw it away. Something didn't look right there. Richardson's helmet came off too at the end of that play. Yeah, I don't. The ball was snapped and none of the linemen moved. It's like that Florida State-Florida game from many years back. Remember when the center snapped the ball and that right guard or right tackle, whoever, just stood there? The whole Florida offensive line didn't move. The ball was snapped and they just sat. Even the center, he snapped the ball and just didn't move. I don't know what the hell that was. Florida's going to have to punt. 4th and 11. That's the weirdest thing I've seen in a while. Oh, punter gets a nice bounce. The ball is down at the 1-yard line. Pretty good punt. He tried to sell it. The punter actually got hit on that player. He tried to sell it like he did. He thought he did a good job. I'm surprised he didn't throw a flag. Tennessee takes the ball back. Good win for that defense. Questionable play on that 3rd down for the Gators. All those offensive linemen just didn't move. I don't know if I've seen all 5 just stand still like that after snapping the ball. Tennessee's going to have to put together a score here, I think. And they get the ball back in the second half. They got 99 yards to go, though. Try to run up the middle, try to get out the end zone. Gets maybe 2 yards. Probably going to be about 2nd and 8. Looks like you got some shoving going on. I wonder if they throw a flag. It looked like Brenton Cox got pushed in the back. They actually tackled the the Tennessee running back looked like I couldn't tell if the whistle blew or not because I don't have my sound on. The play was clearly over. They put the running back, to the ground, and they looked like a Tennessee guy came and shoved Britton Cox in the back. Or not Britton Cox, someone else, whoever number 0 is. Surprised they didn't throw a flag on it though, but I'm all for it. It's a big rivalry game. You gotta let the chippiness, you can't throw a flag on every chippy play. And that's me though. So credit to the refs in that one. I wonder how much of it too is Tennessee. How would their fans react if they threw that flag? And honestly, Tennessee got pretty lucky they didn't get a call for roughing the passer there. You can't take a quarterback down to the ground like that. You can maybe push him down after he throws the ball, but in terms of wrapping up and using your body weight to land on him, you can't do that. That's actually a rule now. Not a good rule, but it is a rule. So Tennessee definitely got away with one there. Hooker just kind of had to shovel it out. I guess he got pressure and had to kind of just throw it away. Got outside the box, so I guess it wasn't intentional grounding, but he didn't throw it out of bounds. He just threw it to nowhere in the middle of the field. He shoveled it. 2nd and 10. Tennessee on their own 12. Try to bounce it out the outside. Nothing going there. Florida's all over. It's going to be 3rd down. If I'm Florida, I don't know if I call a timeout or not. Sounds like they are. Try to get the ball back. But then again, that Tennessee could still run down the clock even if they don't get this. I think Tennessee should run the ball here and try to just get out of this half. Yeah, I'm only streaming the first half of this game, I think. I got some other stuff I got to take care of. If you're here watching this, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a thumbs up on the stream. Not only does it help the stream out, but it helps the channel too. And I'm really glad that you guys decided to stop by. I'm going to be streaming every Saturday. It's just me today. Aiden should be back next weekend. He has some other stuff come up. So I just wanted to go ahead and do this. So this is the first stream we've done on here. This is more of a test stream, so that's really the main reason I kind of got on here by myself. But I actually have a lot of fun doing this. I like kind of doing this little watch party thing, being like a mini commentator. Maybe I could make a career in radio broadcasting or something. I don't know. I might surprise myself one day. Alright, coming out of the timeout. 3rd and 10. Tennessee has the ball on their own. Whatever yard line that is. I can't tell until they change the camera view. What is that? A 16? No. 13. Yeah. Or 12. I don't know. I can't tell from here. I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. I'm just going to go with the 12-yard line. Play clock running down. 3, 2, 1. Just get it off. Oh, someone came unblocked over the middle. Hooker makes a great throw. Someone for Florida just broke it through that line untouched, and Hooker had to retreat immediately, but he was still able to find a receiver in the middle of the field. It looks like a 1st down, and it is 1st down Tennessee. Got about 22. That was the thing of calling that timeout for Florida. Tennessee still has all 3, so you have to get off the field there. They're going to launch it deep. Tennessee receiver makes an incredible diving catch. Wow. Wow. Just like that, Tennessee might be in field goal range. Just caught the back end of the ball, too. What a play. Tennessee's going to try to run it here. They have 3 timeouts. I agree. I think they should try to run something still. As far as Small goes, probably gets about 3 or 4. I don't know who number 80 is. I don't know if he's been playing a lot or if he's Cedric Tillman's replacement for now. But he's had a pretty good game. I don't know if he's the one that fumbled either, but he's definitely redeemed himself. Yeah, once this half's over, there's about 50 seconds left, and I'm gonna end the stream. See, I've already been live for about 2 hours now. I'm probably gonna have to go get some food or something. I don't know. I'm starving. I have other stuff to do. I would love to be able to stream for this full game, but I don't know if that's happening. That's just a tremendous catch by the receiver, though. Diving catch, caught the back end of the ball. Tennessee got the ball, 2nd and 7. Hooker goes back to pass, caught. Number 80 again. I don't even know his name. So he ran another hitch route. It was wide open. Hooker drops back to pass, throws an out route. I think he stayed in bounds though. And Tennessee's gonna burn a timeout there. Be 2nd and about 5 when they come back, or 2nd and 7. Sorry. I think any score here for Tennessee is honestly, whether it's a touchdown or field goal. Obviously, you want to get in the end zone, but a field goal is pretty. I think a field goal would be all right here too, just because you get the ball back to start the second half. So yeah. Who's calling me? Clearly streaming. Can't call me while I'm streaming. Hold on. We're gonna have to wait. Second and 7. 30 seconds left to go in the half. Tennessee has the ball at about 20. Hooker's going to try and run it again. Florida again doesn't key on it. Hooker takes a hit though. And he's throwing, he's shoving the player. These refs are letting it go. Usually when you see shoves like that, you see a flag thrown. Hooker threw a little quick shove in the face of a Florida player. Tennessee's going to try to run it again. 1st and goal. Doesn't get anything there. Hooker better be careful. One of these days, he's going to find the wrong person to get hit by, and he might not get back up. I don't know why he's shoving. I mean, dude just made a tackle. I guess the defender didn't get off him. He's trying to lay on him, I guess, to slow down the Tennessee offense tempo. But 17 seconds left to go. That dude with an orange beard. My guy. Alright. Tennessee back on the field. 2nd and goal. I think they're inside the 5. They're at about the 3-yard line. I think you can maybe still run if you want, but you better hurry up and set the ball again. 17 seconds left. I'm probably putting it in the air here. You got about, what, 2-3 chances to get it in. I think a little quick pass here, maybe a quarterback run again. Looks like it's going to be holding. There's a tight end for Tennessee trying to slip out. And Florida was holding him, so it looks like it's going to be a flag. Hooker tried to throw it away. There was no need to hold him. There was 3 guys on that tight end too, so that was pretty silly. That Florida defender to do that. 12 seconds left. First down. Or automatic first down, that penalty. I think Tennessee can get a touchdown here. I would be kind of shocked if they didn't. First and goal from the 2-yard line, just inside the 2. Hooker in the backfield by himself. Jalen Hylett comes in motion. Touchdown, Tennessee. What a drive. That was all started by that one guy, that big catch. Anyways, y'all, I got stuff to do. I'm only going to stream the first half of this game. 7 seconds left, so that's pretty much going to be it for the half. Pretty good game so far from both teams. But I'm going to end it here. It's more of a test stream to kind of see how this works. I'm definitely going to be back next Saturday, I believe, and Aiden will be with me. But hope you guys enjoyed it. And be sure to check out our other videos as well. And be on the lookout for our other videos we might upload throughout the week. Definitely going to have a couple more coming out. Some preview predictions for next week. All that good stuff. I'm going to nig it here. Tennessee's, depending on the extra points, going to go up 17-14.